Shocking news. Fed buyback XRP. XRP to $37,500. Ripple may become part of the Federal Reserve Service, which is designed to implement the U.S. payment system, which Lael Brainerd from the Federal Reserve described in detail. Also, many analysts predict that after that, XRP expects huge growth. Welcome to the Finance Up channel. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end, to like and subscribe. The Board of Governors of the U.S. Federal Reserve System has announced that Federal Reserve banks will adopt the ISO 20022 message format for the Fedwire Fund Service, FFS. The board welcomed public comments on the new format. Surprisingly, Ripple already complies with the ISO 20022 standard, which makes them ready by 2030. Confirmation of Ripple compliance was provided by Ashish Birla from Ripple. The adoption of the Fed format has aroused curiosity among enthusiasts. ISO 20022 is a format developed by the International Organization for Standardization. It is a non-governmental organization that sets standards for various industries. The format allows you to increase the efficiency of real-time payments for both domestic and international payments. The format also allows you to speed up transactions and take measures to combat money laundering. As mentioned, Ripple has been using ISO 2022 for over a year. Meanwhile, the Federal Reserve Bank's FFS real-time gross settlement system is ready to adopt this format. Blockchain enthusiasts are glad to hear the news about the adoption of the format by a state institution. Accordingly, the adoption of the format by the U.S. government organization may be useful for Ripple. In a fist fight with the SEC, the Fed is ready to adopt the technology that Ripple uses. This could be a solid base for Ripple. Taken together, this would be an encouraging step for other government agencies to use such technologies. Moreover, consumers and citizens can make sure that reliable technology will serve the banks of the Federal Reserve System. And we can expect Ripple to benefit from these announcements. According to a press release published on Monday, the U.S. Federal Reserve System announced that all Fed banks are going to implement the ISO 20022 system for Fedwire Fund Service FFS, Federal Reserve Wire Network, Federal Reserve Wire Network, Federal Automated Money Transfer System. Interestingly, payments based on the Ripple blockchain already comply with ISO 20022. ISO is an international organization for standardization, which includes 161 national standardization bodies from all regions of the world. ISO 20022 is an international standard for electronic messaging between financial industry organizations. The standard is designed to build automated, seamless business processes in various sectors of the economy. This new messaging format makes it possible to improve real-time payments both within the country and abroad. In addition, it will allow banks and other institutions to take measures to combat money laundering. In addition, the Federal Reserve Board is asking the public to comment on its plan to launch FFS in accordance with ISO 20022. The board also suggests that banks should not do 3 stages to adopt a new message format, as previously planned, but switch to it in one day. FFS allows real-time calculations by Federal Reserve banks. The system allows financial institutions and corporations to safely make fast transactions. ISO 20022 was created by experts from the International Organization for Standardization, a non-governmental organization, NGO, that deals with publishing standards for a wide range of fields. On October 1 last year, Ripple's Senior Vice President for Products Ashish Birla announced that Ripple already complies with ISO 20022 and, therefore, is ready by 2030. He believes that the new standard, together with RippleNet, will completely change the payments industry in the next 10 years. The U.S. Central Bank is printing dollars non-stop in 2020, using the COVID-19 crisis and the consequences of the global lockdown as an excuse. The Fed has recently acquired so many assets that it has become the largest investor on the planet. To the question, who is the largest investor in the world? Many will probably answer someone like Rockefeller or Rothschild. Maybe someone more financially savvy will name several large investment funds. According to Bloomberg, America's Federal Reserve is currently the largest investor on planet Earth with 22,913 different securities. However, corporate bonds still account for only $5 billion of the total amount. The Fed's balance sheet is still largely based on Treasury securities and mortgage-backed securities. The question is, what part of the current prices of large-cap assets, such as Tesla or Apple, are only part of their purchase by the Fed? The Fed's strategy is simple: keep the dollar alive. He can print as many dollars as he wants, since the US dollar is a global currency that always has liquidity. And now, with the COVID-19 pandemic and the current social instability in the United States, few are checking where these dollars are going. Money rarely reaches the pockets of citizens or small businesses. Most of the newly printed fiat money is sent directly to stocks, bonds, precious metals and, possibly, cryptocurrency. This money printing strategy has been used for decades, but it accelerated after the great financial crisis of 2008. One of the direct consequences of this influx of money is that stock markets are showing record yields compared to 10-year Treasury bonds. The Fed's press and procurement policies raise ethical concerns. The Federal Reserve System can print as much money as it wants, and also buy any securities without question. This gives him an unprecedented opportunity to use the pump-dump scheme, or pump and dump, on any assets at will. Such an unrestrained dollar issue pushes people to cryptocurrency as an asset without borders, beyond state control, and even as an instrument of the last investment hope. And this, on the one hand, strengthens the arguments in favor of Bitcoin as people's money, but how much of it is already on the balance sheets of the central banks of the world? Is Tether the Fed's money-printing Trojan horse inside the cryptocurrency industry? Investors should keep an eye on the constant changes in the Federal Reserve's policy on inflation. Perhaps part of the recent bull market is simply a consequence of having more dollars, rather than a healthy upward trend in digital asset prices. While the top management of the U.S. Federal Reserve System, FRS, which performs the functions of the country's central bank, often publicly criticizes cryptocurrency in general and Bitcoin in particular, the Fed itself has reportedly been operating Bitcoin for a long time, albeit not directly. After the COVID-19 pandemic hit credit markets hard last year, the Fed bought bond exchange-traded funds, ETFs, to shift the economy off the ground. The highlight is that some of these assets, usually designated by the ticker JNK, junk bonds, are allocated to the corresponding MicroStrategy bonds issued last Tuesday. MicroStrategy, in turn, is now actively buying cryptocurrency and intends to raise $400 million for these purposes. That is, technically, this means that the Fed, if it still owns the relevant fund, has made a certain contribution to the purchase of Bitcoin by MicroStrategy. However, we are talking about only 0.01% of those ETFs. The Fed also has other MicroStrategy-related bonds. The live XRP price today is $0.88 United States dollars with a 24-hour trading volume of $3.74 billion United States dollars. We update our XRP to USD price in real time. XRP is down 0.4% in the last 24 hours. Do you think XRP will be able to win the court and restore its former price? Write the answers in the comments. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you liked it, then don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel.